President Obama continues his tour of Asia this morning in Indonesia. He's expected to once again push to open Asian markets to American-made goods. Yesterday, the president was in India, where he endorsed that country's bid to become a permanent member of the UN Security Council. But the president was also in India to talk business. He spent much of his 3 days there announcing trade deals and downplaying the loss of U.S. jobs to India. According to the White House, American and Indian companies discussed or signed nearly $15 billion in deals during the president's visit. For more insight now, we're joined by Peter Morici, business professor at the University of Maryland. Thanks for being with us.
Nice to be with you.
Well, Professor, the president says these deals would support more than 50,000 American jobs. What kind of jobs and industries are we talking about?
Well, Americans are very good at infrastructure, things like water purification for cities, building roads and bridges and things of that nature. Construction and engineering, lots of engineering and architecture jobs. High-tech, but high-tech with a tangible purpose.
Gotcha. You know, the president tried to downplay the outsourcing of jobs to India, but should American workers be concerned?
Oh, I think we certainly should be concerned. You know, there are jobs that have gone to India, China, Indonesia, and other places that should. You know, inexpensive, low-skilled labor jobs, but because of undervalued currencies in other parts of the world, there are jobs that have left America in more technology-intensive activities that should really be done here.
Let's stay on the topic of American jobs, because on 60 Minutes Sunday, he said he was concerned about the economy getting stuck. Let's listen to what the president said.
What is a danger is that we stay stuck in a new normal where unemployment rates stay high. People who have jobs see their incomes go up, businesses make big profits, but they've learned to do more with less. And so they don't hire. And as a consequence, we keep on seeing growth that is just too slow to bring back the 8 million jobs that were lost.
Professor, after listening to that, do you believe that America is stuck in this, say, new normal, if you will?
Oh, absolutely. The economy is growing at about 2% a year. Just to stay even with unemployment. You know, the unemployment rate only stayed steady last month because the number of people looking for jobs went down. People quit the labor force. So we are stuck in that new normal.
Well, you know, Congress and the president are also looking at possibly extending the Bush administration tax cuts. Is that enough to jumpstart bringing jobs back?
Absolutely not. It's certainly a good idea to extend the tax cuts. I endorse that. However, we have to do something about our trade accounts. This enormous trade deficit that we have is creating a shortage of demand for what Americans make. Businesses simply won't hire if they don't have customers. Americans are spending again. Dollars are going abroad for imports, but they're not coming back to buy what Americans make because China and others maintain undervalued currencies. They kind of cheat on the rules at the edges in ways that are difficult to enforce.
Let's shift gears. G20 meets this week in Korea, and there is some friction between Russia, China, and the U.S. How is that expected to play out?
Well, let's take a look at what's causing the friction. It's U.S. quantitative easing, that is printing more money. But for years now, Japan, China, others have printed lots of money to maintain undervalued currencies, and now Ben Bernanke, out of bullets, is responding in kind. They're really crying hypocritically.
All right, so do you think there's going to be any headway made at this summit then?
I don't believe so. Until the United States is willing to take significant, tangible action in response to Chinese undervaluation of its currency, we're simply not going to make any progress on these notion of rebalancing the global economy. The fact is that Germany, Japan, China, and others all play a game on currency. They all subsidize their exports, and they put up lots of big barriers to U.S. products trying to penetrate their markets. Unless the United States, I hate to say this, hits back, it'll keep getting clunked on the head and not creating many jobs.
And hitting back, how so?
Well, one of the things we could do would be to tax the conversion of U.S. dollars into Chinese yuan, essentially undoing the effects of their currency market intervention. Not very popular idea. It would raise the price of Chinese imports. But at the end of the day, a lot of the products that we are buying from China are underpriced. They're coming in for less than the cost of production. And they're not really a bargain because we're paying for it. We're paying for it with unemployment.
All right, Professor Peter Morici from the University of Maryland Smith School of Business, we do appreciate your insight. Thank you.
You're welcome.